welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be doing the classic TBR prompts. Choose my TBRs for, what month are we going to be in? February. Choose my reads for February. This, I think, started with Rachel Catherine, and this is my first month that I'm going to be doing this. I just put 66 brand new prompts in this jar, and I'm just going to be taking them out and then choosing something off of my physical TBR that fits into the prompt. I'm a little nervous. I am quite a mood reader, so the thought of having a very strict TBR to read throughout the month, I don't know how well I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna try and we'll see what happens from there. I think I'm gonna choose 8 prompts, and that should give me plenty of variety to choose from. I know for sure it's gonna be so unlikely for me to actually read every single book that I pick during this video, but I think I'll read a couple of them. And I mean, if I read all of them, that'll be great. And maybe I'll surprise myself and I will read all of them, just because sometimes I do like setting myself a little goal and actually following through. So we'll see. We'll see if that happens. But yeah, let's see what prompts we get. The moment of truth. The first TBR prompt. What's it gonna be? Okay. Number 1, a book that starts with a random letter. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to just pull up a random letter generator, and then that's gonna tell me what letter to choose, and then I'll go based off of that. Okay, I'm gonna generate the letter. P. We have the letter P. Okay. Let's see, that's a bit of a funny one. Do I have anything that starts with the letter P? Oh. I also have books around the back, so I'm gonna check there as well. I did pick out my P books, so I have a couple options for this one. Number 1 is I have The Priory of the Orange Tree, and that's just gonna be a hard no right now. I just need to be in the right mood for that one because it is a brick. It is a huge, huge book. And then I have The Poppy War, which I'm really excited about this book, but I just think that, again, I need to be in the right mood for it. And I'm in the middle of so many fantasy series right now that to jump into another fantasy series, I think would just not be right now. And I think this one takes a lot of brain power to go through. And then, so kind of the two that I was in between is The Plot and The Paris Apartment. I haven't really heard much about this, so it's just not something that's really piquing my interest right now, but I have heard good things about The Paris Apartment, and I've never read a book by Lucy Foley before, and I don't read a lot of thrillers, but I do find that thrillers are nice palate cleansers. So I think I'm gonna pick The Paris Apartment for my first book. This is the large print edition. I got it just for free from the library, and so hopefully it feels like I'm flying through this because the font is insanely massive in this, which makes it makes the book almost like 500 pages because the font's so big. But okay, number 1 on the list is The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. On to prompt number 2. I thought I let one fly there. A book you're scared to read. I was putting this in here and I was like, I know I'm gonna get that one right off the bat because there's so many books I've been putting off because I am scared to read them. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm scared to read Binding 13, first of all. I hear that one is a little devastating, and also font is very small, a lot of words. What else am I scared to read? I'm really scared to read anything in the historical fiction, historical romance categories, like any of this Kristen Hanna stuff, or The Things We Leave Unfinished, The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. A Little Life. Do I read A Little Life this month? I don't know. The Priory of the Orange Tree. I was just talking about how scary that one was. Oh, what else? I'm scared to read Kingdom of Ash. I'm about to finish the tandem read. Maybe that would be a good one to put in so I could jump into that this month. But I don't know. I'm a little exhausted from the tandem read. So I don't know if that would just like burn me out if I put that on, but I am scared to read it. Oh no, what do I pick? I hate this one. Why did I put this in here? Ooh, I think the other one that I'd be scared would be Babel by R.F. Kuang. Ooh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have a thriller, so I can really go with any of those. I don't think I'm going to jump into any historical fiction with this one. I think it's going to have to be a fantasy. Like, those are the ones that really scare me. Or A Little Life. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I want to jump into Binding 13 yet. I would really want to stay away from starting a new series. So if I could do a standalone, that would be really fantastic. So that means I'm between A Little Life and Kingdom of Ash. What do I do? What do I do? I think I know what I'm going to do. I think it's Kingdom of Ash. I think that's what has to be done. Look how big this book is. Okay, I need to not do that because I'm going to spoil myself. But it is like almost 1,000 pages long. This is so bittersweet though, because A, I'm so scared of this book, but B, it means the series is over. And this has been like such an amazing series so far. I'm doing it. This is it. This is the book I'm scared to read. Book number 3. We're off to an interesting start. A book that matches the current season. So it's winter right now, and it is like, we got the biggest storm that we've had all year last night. So there's a lot of snow right now. So I'm picturing winter, snow, definitely not any summer romances. They're not going to work. Maybe Icebreaker would work because that's been one that I've been wanting to read in the winter because it's about hockey and figure skating, and that just seems like winter sports to me. I don't think any of these ones are really screaming winter. What about back here? Oh my gosh. This one screams winter. Unravel Me by Tahereh. Like, look at that cover. That's literally a winter eyeball. However, I have almost no interest in reading this one right now. Do I want this or do I want Icebreaker? Like, that's wintry. Look how white and wintry that is. But this one just matches so well. I think I'm more interested in Icebreaker. I think I'm gonna go with Icebreaker. I don't know if I like doing this. This is a lot, and seeing them stack up in front of me is like a little intimidating. Especially Kingdom of Ash, that made that pile get real thick real quick. A book with an even number of pages. Okay, so the way I'm gonna do this one is I'm gonna look for books that I want to read, first of all, and then I'm just gonna see if they happen to be even number of pages. What do I wanna read? Like Magnolia Parks, does that have an even number of pages? I hate looking up the number of pages because spoilers, right? No, 587. So that's not an option for us. I could continue the Shadow and Bone series. 432. Yeah, I think that's a good pick. I'm gonna do that one. This has an even number. So number 4 on our list, Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo, which is the second book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy. A book by one of your favorite authors. I mean, I like Jessa Hastings. I don't know if I'd say she's one of my favorite authors. Emily Henry, beach read. I'm saving that one though. I'm saving it for when I'm on a beach. I feel like that's just how that one has to be read. Oh my gosh, I have it. I know what I'm doing. It's not on this cart. Wow, okay. I've got it. I was looking at this and honestly not many of my favorite authors are on here, but what I just got on my Kindle is Hopeless by Elsie Silver. It's the last book in the Chestnut Spring series, and that's like a 5-star series to me. I love it so much. That's the one. Number 5 is Hopeless by Elsie Silver. A new book you've purchased. I did recently get Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. Oh, I recently got From Blood and Ash. But do I want to dive into that series? I got Big Little Spells recently, but this one, I just feel like that's an October read. Like that should be next year, right? I recently got Babel, but that's another one that I'm scared to read. And oh, that font is small too. I'm not doing that in Kingdom and Ash. in the same month. That's just not gonna happen. I recently got some of these Ellen Hildebrand ones as well, which I feel like they're summer reads, but maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to break up some of the fantasy and other books that I've gotten. I think that's what I need to do. So I'm gonna pick this one. I'm gonna put that on my pile. A book with a great first sentence. How many have we done so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is number 7. So I'm gonna have to pull some of these out. No. This one has kind of an interesting first line. Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. I have a meanness inside me, real as an organ. Slit me at my belly and it might slide out. Meaty and dark. Drop on the floor so you could stomp on it. That's kind of cool, isn't it? It's a shorter book. It looks pretty like densely worded, but it is a shorter book. And I think she does write some twisty kind of books. So I think that'll be book 7. We'll pop that on. Last one. Let's see what we've got here. A highly rated Goodreads book. If I had all of my books on my Goodreads on like a little fancy TBR shelf, I would probably just pick like the highest rated one, but I don't have that right now. Let me look up on my phone something that would be highly rated. What do I think? I bet some of these books I don't want to read yet. What about One Last Stop? What's that rated? That's 3.94. What about The Great Alone? 4.41. None of these are ones I'm going to read. I wonder what A Little Life has. 4.34 for Little Life. I'm not doing it though. Oh, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. 4.43. I don't think any of these would be above that. I wonder what From Blood and Ash. 4.24. Legendborn. 4.36. Oh, Babel. 4.2. No, I think we found it. The highest rated book, other than A Little Life, is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So that's going to be the last book that I put on my TBR for the month of February. So let's go through what I have. So the 8 books that I'm going to be reading for the month of February is The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. Foley, I don't know. Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. I'm really excited to finish the Throne of Glass series. Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. And then I have Hopeless by Elsie Silver, but that's on my Kindle. We have Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. 28 Summers by Ellen Hildebrand. Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. And The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I actually had a lot of fun doing that. That was a blast. I think it's really nice because it does make me kind of branch out a little bit more into books that I don't necessarily reach for all of the time or think about. But there are books on there that I probably wouldn't reach for this month, but I am really excited to get to them just the same. It looks like a big stack up there, so I'm a little bit nervous. Kingdom of Ash just really makes that a really challenging month. Otherwise, I would be a lot more convinced that I could get through it. I will be on vacation the first week of February, so hopefully that doesn't push my reading back too much. I will be bringing my Kindle with me, so I'll probably get Hopeless read while I'm on the plane and things like that. All the prompts that I went through today, none of them are going back into the jar, so next time that I do this, it's going to be totally new prompts again. So I'm already excited to do this all again. I see why this is so much fun. I love watching these videos so much, and I hope that all of you that watched today's video loved it equally as much. If you've read any of these books that I picked out today, let me know what you think about them. If you enjoyed them, if I should prioritize reading them this month. I do want to make it a goal to get through every single book that I picked out today. I think it's doable, but I think that it will take a little bit of work, which is fine. I love reading. I don't think reading is work. So yeah, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.